Today what we looked at was how to formulate problem, and we were looking at certain sample problems. Two problems we viewed of them was related to an artificial word called as vacuum cleaner word, and can actually solve such problem using the problem solving agent. Second kind of problem that we referred to or we looked at was the traversal problem in a graph, which is also can be artificially created, and we can actually come up with a technique which can be a state space search based solution to such problems. We also looked at what is a problem solving agent, what are the steps that the problem solving agent does, and why it requires all these 5 components to do the problem that the problem solving agent is to solve in order to get action sequence which will lead you to the goal state. We were looking at was a puzzle, which is kind of a category which under the category sliding block. If you can see, it is referred to as sliding block puzzle, and here we had actually stopped. The puzzle goes like this. I'm working in a 3x3 grid. I hope my voice is audible. By the way, I did not ask this question.
Yes, sir, audible.
Yeah, good. And the screen is also visible, so we can proceed. So this particular puzzle goes like this. We have one initial configuration of the board, and the agent knows the configuration, and we know what is the final configuration that we want those numbers in. So any board game, or rather any game that you see as part of some arcade game or something, which will resemble somewhat to this particular sliding block puzzle. There are numerous kind of artificially curated games like these. Okay, this is one example of such games. So this is a very simplistic game. I have a 3x3 grid, and I have 8 numbers dispersed in this grid. One number is missing. That is, one cell is not having any number. So what you need to do is you need to slide that block in order to make all the numbers in a particular sequence. So this is one incarnation of the problem where this particular thing that you're looking at is the start state, one kind of dispersion of 8 numbers in 9 cells. And you can know how many such dispersions could be there. There are 9 cells, 8 numbers. How many combinations I can have where I can place 8 numbers in a grid of 9 numbers. Okay. Next is, this is one of the goal state. This is one of the arrangements that I want that those numbers to gain. Now, what is the game component in this? The game component in this is I can only slide the space at a time, one place, upwards, downwards, left or rightwards. Okay, and as I move the space once, I incur a cost of 1 step. So the objective of the game is to get to the state, the arrangement of numbers in the goal state within least number of states. So that's the aim, or that's the objective of the particular game that we are looking at. Now, how to represent this as a state space search, or as a problem that can be solved using state space search based solution. Okay, so state space search is a search technique that does its search on the state space for an action sequence that leads you from the initial state to the goal state. So that is what is state space search. Okay, how it is connected to the problem solving agent. So problem solving agent is an idea where state space search can be facilitated if I follow the representation of a problem that is required by the problem solving agent. So problem solving agent is kind of a skeletal wherein I can use that skeletal in order to apply state space search. Okay, coming back to the discussion of the problem that is required by the problem solving agent, or the definition of problem that is required by problem solving agent, we need to define 5 things in order to use it. Number 1 thing is I should be able to define state, especially the initial state, and if the problem has, then the goal state. Now, why I use the word if the problem has the goal state, the reason behind that is most of the problems that we looked at had initial state, and you knew that what is your goal state. are traveling in the Romanian map, where you wanted to reach to Bucharest and you knew that you were in Arad, means you knew the initial state and you wanted to reach the goal state. Goal state was known to you. Okay. In this game as well, you are looking at a start state and a goal state. So that is one kind of scenario where you know what is your goal state. So when you are defining a state, okay, important consideration is that when you are defining a state space problem, you need to know the initial state. You need to know how the states are, first of all, you need to know how states should be represented. Then you need to know what is initial state. That is important. That is must. But you might know your goal state, which may help you in formulating the goal test. Okay. Sometimes though, there might not be a goal state defined. And one such problem that we will look at shortly, and I guess I will just look at it first and then we'll come back to discussion of the problem formulation of 8 puzzle. So the next problem that I'll be showing you is this problem. So this problem is actually, so ये one लिखा है, but consider that it's a chess queen. So this one that I have written is nothing but a chess queen. Assume that it's a chess queen, and assume that we just slightly modify our chess board to have 4 rows and 4 columns. If I consider this is my chess board of size 4 cross 4, okay, 4 cells in a row, in rows, and 4 cells in columns, and I assume that this vertical dash means a chess queen. Now you know that chess queen can attack any of the pawn that is in its row, in its column, and in its diagonal direction. So if I place a queen here, that will be attacking all these red cells, which I am marking as red. This queen is going to attack all the pawns which are present in the red cells. So if you see the placement of all the 4 queens on this 4 cross 4 chess board, you will find that none of the 2 queens are actually attacking each other. So this, if this was the first queen and this is the second queen, and if I check what cells it attacks, okay, it will attack these cells, but no other queen it is going to attack. Even this queen, if you check, it is going to attack only those cells where there is no queen placed. So in a way, what we have here in this configuration is, I can describe it in English like no queen attacks each other. And important consideration is that, sorry, it's got stuck. I need to just restart, I hope. Oh yeah, it came back. Okay, good. No, still stuck. Okay, let me restart that app. Sometimes it happens. So what I mean to say here is, I'll just force quit. There's no issue. Restarting takes time. Sorry for that. Okay, so what I meant was, at the time it starts, I can say, there are 4 queens which are placed on the board, which I had shown you just now. And those 4 queens were not attacking each other. So that's the kind of desired scenario that we want. So this is the problem which is generally referred to as n queens. Chessboard. You know that the chessboard is of square dimensions. So you will have cross n size of the chessboard. General chessboard in our contention is 8 cross 8 chessboard. But we can have anywhere between 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4, 5 cross 5, 6 cross 6, up to any large number. And we can consider that that is the kind of organization of the chessboard. And we are interested in finding one configuration at least where there are n queens placed on that chessboard where no 2 queens attack each other. No 2 queens attack each other. So we want to configure the board such that no 2 queens attack each other, but they are placed on that chessboard, and the count of queen queens is equal to the number of rows and number of columns in that chessboard. So this is called as n queens problem. This particular instance n is 4, so we can refer to it as a 4 queens problem. You can imagine as the size of the board increases, the number of queens also increase, and the number of combinations that we will otherwise require to identify whether the queens are attacking each other or not is going to exponentially increase as I increase this n. There's going to be an exponentially larger space of states for the board that are possible. Now, this particular problem is a problem where we want to configure the board. Board is known to me. It is fully observable. It is static. It's not dynamic. It is deterministic. But determining will become more and more difficult as the size of the board increases. Other important factor for such problems would be such problems may or may not have a solution. For instance, if I have n is equal to 2, which is a very small chessboard, and you will quickly agree with me, if I place a queen here, there is no place for the second queen. So there is no solution for a 2 cross 2 chessboard. I can't place 2 queens on a 2 cross 2 chessboard such that they won't attack each other. You can imagine that. If I go to 3 cross 3, you can exploit it and figure out whether there is a solution for 3 cross 3 chessboard for placement of queens. I can start by placing maybe queen here. Then in the second column, can I place queen here? No. Can I place queen here? No. Can I place queen here? Yeah, I can. What about this? Can I place? No, no, no. So there is no placement like this. So this probably the placement is wrong. Just go 2 steps back. I can place a queen here, second queen here, and still there is no place for the queen. So there is again no solution to a 3 chessboard. Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm just speculating. 4 cross 4, which is this. I have actually put one solution over here. Is this the only solution? Probably not. There might be some other configuration of 4 queens on a 4 cross 4 chessboard, still possible, and you will satisfy the criteria or the consideration of no 4 queens attacking each other. So these kind of problems that we are referring to over here, like 4 queens problem, you generally do not know goal state. That's the first important descriptor that you are having for such problems. Second descriptor you are having such problem because you want that configuration, right? So you don't know it initially. Okay, when the problem start when you start solving the problem in advance, you don't know the goal node. You only know that you want to find the goal node, and you want a sequence of actions that will lead to that finding of goal node. So these are the 2 things that we are interested in. The second important factor in such problem is I'm more interested in getting the configuration. I may have no solution, a single solution, or multiple solutions. So there are 3 possibilities. Again, I may be only interested in finding a solution or identifying that there is no solution exists. So these categories of games, or these categories of, again, puzzles, I should call them as puzzles, they are kind of very much a distinct niche category where we do not know in advance what is the goal node. We do not know in advance whether the solution exists or not, but we are interested in finding out the solution if it exists. Okay. First category of puzzles that we saw here as this particular game, which is a 8 puzzle problem, or the vacuum cleaner world, we knew that it existed, it had the solution. So you were having certain state of affairs of the environment from where you wanted to go to an environment where there were 2 rooms which are clean. So you knew that there was some initial state you were in, and you wanted to at least come to one of the final states. Again, in the vacuum cleaner world, if you had seen that diagram earlier, okay, here you'll find that this state and this state Here both the rooms are clean, means both of them can act as my goal state. Now if I were here, okay, I would be rather going to this goal state. I would start from here, then I would rather be going to this goal state or trying to reach this goal state. So the important consideration is, in such games or toy problems, you might initially at the beginning may know there is a goal state like this, or you might not know that there is a goal state like this. You may be searching for a state to be based on certain constraints or certain criteria, or you might be already knowing that these states form the goal state and I want to reach one of them. So my objective may differ, but then both these kinds of problems can be represented as a AI problem, which can be further solved using state space search. But important consideration is that you need to be able to figure out the initial state, the goal test, and that is why in problem formulation we generally formulate goal test and not the goal state. गोल स्टेट क्यों नहीं लिखा है? क्योंकि ये दोनों के लिए चलेगा गोल टेस्ट का फॉर्मुलेशन. Now goal test for where you do not know the goal state will be like defining the rules that make the state goal state. Okay, so I may be defining goal test for the 8 queens problem or 4 queens problem, like set of rules where we will evaluate given a configuration. So the state will be input to our goal test, and goal test will actually try to validate if the queens are hitting each other by doing something of this sort, checking what are the attacking cells by a particular queen, making a list of all the attacking cells by say queen 1, queen 2, queen 3, queen 4, and trying to do an intersection between them and finding out there is no other queen in the intersection. Okay, this way I can actually define a goal test for a problem where I don't know the actual goal state, because I want this state, I want to search a state that is following certain criteria. So I need to define a goal test which will test whether a state follows those criteria or not. Okay, are you getting this? What I just said. On the other hand, if I were to design a goal test for this particular problem, I already know what is the goal state. So I just put this state as one of the goal state and my problem becomes easy. Any state I want to check whether it is a goal state or not, I will just map it against each other, match it against each other, and know whether I have reached the goal state or not. Okay, again, I hope this is understandable. What exactly is the difference between the sliding blocks puzzle and the 8 queens problem? So 8 queens problem comes under the puzzles or problems or toy examples which fall in the category that we want to organize or we want to configure the state like where every component of the state variable follows certain criteria or constraint. Whereas the sliding block puzzle kind of puzzles are those where we want to actually we actually know the goal state, so it is easier for us to actually define the goal state. But both places, formulating goal state is what the problem formulation uses, and that is the reason why we did not say define the goal state. Both of the problem types though know the initial states. So you will have some, for instance, problem instance, you will know the initial state. तो initial state दोनों जगह पे आपको पता होना चाहिए, state का description पता होना चाहिए, but goal state कौन है ये आपको sliding blocks puzzles में पता होगा और configuration based puzzles में वो पता नहीं होगा. तो you will need to define a goal test. Goal test for sliding block puzzle kind of puzzles is easy because you just need to check in a list of goal states whether the current state matches any one of them. Okay, in this case for the 8 puzzle problem, or the other instance of this puzzle is 15 puzzle problem, you already 15 या उसको क्या बोलते हैं, so this is 3x3, yeah, 15 puzzle problem. I can have a 4x4 grid and the number between 1 to 15 in a 16 cell setup, one space again, and that will be then referred to as a 15 puzzle instead of 8 puzzle. So such kind of reproduction of larger size instances of same game, or by randomizing the initial and the final state, you can have multiple incarnation or instantiation of these problems. Okay, ये problems क्यों necessary है? ये प्रॉब्लम्स एग्जाम्पल प्रॉब्लम्स है जिनके ऊपर अगर मैं कोई नया एआई टेक्निक डेवलप करूंगा, then I can test those techniques for their worth with respect to maybe some complexity criteria or maybe some other criteria. So we'll soon look at certain criteria based on which I can test whether the technique that I'm using for finding out goal node, is it worth it? Okay, so that's the next consideration, to learn the different techniques and being able to compare them with each other. Okay, so